Hey my loves, welcome back. It's Dion, your Sin City Medium, and I have another channel Pleiadian message for you. Now, this one was recorded on March 12th in the early morning hours. As you guys know, I've been struggling with my throat a little bit, so I didn't record, but here I am. Okay, let's get into it. Recalibrate your thinking process to focus on good for all connected, all one, coded and imprinted at creation with the same mark. Purify your being by purging your consumption of the negative energy around you. Revert to homeostasis nature. Collect the frequency of Earth through recharging and activation. Activation of the internal filtration brings you further into alignment to receive us fully. Quantum jump is necessary to reset the clock of humanity. Support being offered to speed up the process before you destroy yourselves. Magnesium nitrate destruction, forewarned repeatedly. Raised collective consciousness course corrects Earth's fatality. Masculine feminine imbalance, reclamation of power, matriarchal peace, love of her creation. Let's talk about it. Whenever I channel Pleiadians, it's a very direct message, but never do I ever feel a sense of like emotion attached to it, right? Outside of the light codes that time. But as far as the messages go, they're never really attached to any type of emotion. At the end of this message, where they're talking about this raised collective consciousness to course correct Earth's fatality, it was so sad, y'all. Like literally I had little tears running down my eyes. It was sad. It was like watching her. She is living like a living being, her Earth being abused, right? Like just taken advantage of tortured is the only way I can say it. You know, you watch that sad movie of that person that was abused and it's like, oh my gosh, like you feel for them. That's what I felt when I got this message and I got the visions, right? But let's take it to the top. From the beginning where they're talking about us coded and imprinted at creation, we are all one, right? It is from light we came, it is to light we will return. These are just meat suits. But this is why they're telling us to purify our being by purging this negative, this consumption of negative energy around us. Yes, it is difficult in this day and age. Obviously, every time we turn on the news or the TikToks and all the, it's all this negativity and hatred. But the reality of it is we need to calculate our consumption, like they mentioned times back, of this, because it's creating this oppression of our minds is what's happening here. And we're forgetting our connectedness, right? Not only to each other, but to the earth is what this is. Okay. So as we raise our vibration, as I say, collect the frequency of Earth, because she has her own tune, her own frequency. Tap back into that. This is why a lot of us are being called back to the elements, right? Fire, water, air. We're being called back to the elements. A lot of us feel like we're staying home, or, it's like either that or we're going out into nature. There's this sense of solitude as we connect with the elements. And this is us tapping back in, going back in order to be catapulted forward. Remember, spiritually is what this is. This is what is going to bring us into further alignment, purging our system of the negativity, tapping back in and utilizing that as a natural filtration system in order to receive them fully, because they're on their way. Remember how we talked about them sending the light codes down, right? This like fascination with the sky, because they would be sending down these light codes and they're giving us this pure energy in waves. In order to receive them fully, we have to be able to match that frequency. We have to raise our collective consciousness here, okay? Before we destroy ourselves, is what this is. The quantum jump necessary to reset the clock of humanity. Let's talk about it. Civilizations, right? Like as we go back, what do they say? 250,000 years. When you look at it, we are on track for something cataclysmic if we stay down this road. This is why the course correction is necessary. This is why we need to raise the collective consciousness, raise our frequency for this quantum jump that is happening in order, yes, to save humanity. We need to reset the clock. It's either that or our doom, right? Is what it is. So when they say magnesium nitrate destruction, y'all know me. I had to look up what is magnesium nitrate. Magnesium nitrate, when I looked it up, is inorganic compound. So they say magnesium nitrate destruction, forewarned repeatedly. Have we not over the years? I remember being 10 years old and getting that message about how we need to respect Mother Earth, right? And not have all these, inorganic compounds, right? Like littering her and destroying her. And here we are again, for many years later, right? They're telling us these inorganic compounds, we are destroying her, and we need to course correct our behaviors in order to shield her from this fatality, right? That we're on course or on track for. Now, the part where they talk about, I forgot, the homeostasis nature, purging ourselves of this negative energy we're collecting. Y'all know me. I had to look up what does homeostasis mean. And this is what I got. I did write it down here. Homeostasis. The body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment. Again, the groundedness, right? That filtration and activation, the groundedness and balance that we're supposed to have. We need to take our bodies back to that homeostasis nature. I almost forgot to mention that. Fast forward, let's get back to it. The masculine feminine imbalance. And yes, we're talking about like ancient civilizations and going back in time. When you looked at those civilizations, it wasn't that the woman ruled, that the feminine ruled. What it was there was a duality, right? Between masculine and feminine. So this matriarchal piece here, this is why we're seeing the lowest vibration of consciousness, is because the feminine, there's an imbalance here and the feminine has been drowned out, right? So when it's only a patriarchy, we are at the lowest level of consciousness, and this is why we are headed down this track to destroy humanity and Earth. We need the reclamation of power. This is why us divine feminine step into it, right? And we bring back that duality, okay? Back then, we were honored. The feminine was honored because just like Earth's ability to create and to provide life, so too we are able to do that through our womb. So the feminine was honored. That's what it was, the sacred feminine, right? And here we are reclaiming this power to bring back after this, masculine feminine imbalance. It's a reclamation of power in this moment in time. Love of her creation, right? I hope this message was helpful to you. Very powerful. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I have another message for y'all because I channeled it this morning, right? So I'll go ahead and post that as well. But I want you guys to really sit with this one and see what they're saying, right? Like, and it really feels like time is of the essence. I could normally bet on channeling them like, once or twice a week, you know what I mean? But now it's like, boom, like the 9th, the 12th, the 14th, like it just feels like time is of the essence with these messages, right? But let me know any other questions, drop them down below. If there's questions that I should be asking as I'm getting these messages, they've been very direct. So I felt like I didn't even ask anything. I just allowed myself to receive and take it all down, the visions and everything. But you guys let me know, right? Don't forget, join us in our Discord. We've got a ton of free spiritual resources in there. We talk about all the things, yes, no's. We do it all in the Discord. Yeah, we go live daily on TikTok at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope to see you all there.